Today we're talking about cleaning grills. I know it doesn't sound like an exciting topic, but let me tell you, this is something that is not only necessary, but is also something that you should be doing as frequently as you can in keeping your grills clean. It doesn't take much, especially with this super clean degreaser. I will show you today as we go through the process some tips and tricks that I use along the way, along with this cleaner that I've just recently started using. It really helps out. It helps keep your grills clean, and it doesn't take a lot of work. So that's the beauty behind this, is I'll show you how I do it. I'll show you how I do it on all my grills that I have here in my backyard, so you can see how it works, and more importantly, check it out for yourself. This product really works, and it's a good way to keep your grills clean and help, give some of those grills that you haven't given some TLC in a while a good cleaning. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's clean some grills.
You ready? Let's go!
Alright, so as you can see with this pit barrel, there is a lot of grime, and of course, yes, that is what you think it is. That is also some mold. Not that I'm proud of, but up here in the southeastern area, really anywhere that you have grills with pores and they can get basically heat and code, you're going to find that you can get mold on these, including the ceramics. It happens to those as well. It's just one of those things. So it's not the end of the world. An easy way to get this off, quite frankly, is just to cook on it. And believe it or not, if you put a lot of wood in there, a lot of this will evaporate. But for this exercise, we're going to be actually using the super clean tough task degreaser cleaner, and basically it kind of sprays on like a foam and then dissolves. So let's go into it, see how it works, and see how good it does. Alright, so for this, I just really want to see how well it does. We'll see how good of a job it does in taking this stuff off of here as I'm spraying inside the barrel. And of course, I'm not looking to get it perfectly clean, but I definitely want to get it, as clean as it can be. So I'm going to let that set up. It says on here, make sure you do it in a well ventilated area, which I am, and then let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to allow that to rest on there, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. The pit barrel is basically being degreased. I'm going to go ahead and start over here on the gas grill as well. As you can see, it's pretty messy. I don't clean this very often. Don't really need to a whole lot, but this I'm hoping will help cleanse, especially a lot of this extra grease that you see built up there and down around here. It's definitely important that you clean your grills just for that reason, because if you get too much of a grease buildup on your grills, especially where the burners are at, essentially what's going to happen, you can have the potential to start obviously a grease fire, and that's obviously not good. So I'm going to let this rest on here, same like we did with the pit barrel, and then we're going to come back, check in about 10 to 12 minutes, and then we'll see how it looks in first pass. So basically, like I mentioned earlier, it does recommend using a glove. I also like using scouring pads anytime I'm doing any type of heavy degreasing, especially with grills. So let's just try to wipe some of this off and see how it looks. Well, as you can see, proof is in the pudding. It is definitely wiping what was there completely away. Obviously it's dirt, from what's there, but wow, look at that. I mean, this is going to look amazing once I spray this down. I'm barely, touching this with the pad, so I don't want you to think that's the pad. That's actually the degreaser taking effect, not just on that mold that was in there, but also on some of the rust and some of the other charcoal buildup. So I'm telling you what, I'm liking this already. It definitely looks good, and it's not much to this cleaner. I mean, it's really doing good. I'm going to be interested to see how it works on the other grills though, so we still got a little ways to go. I'm going to go ahead, flash this out, scrub it some more, and then of course get the water in here and get that all cleaned up. As you can see, that pit barrel is extremely clean. It didn't take much, basically just some water to wash it out after that was sprayed, and then of course I just wiped it down with a towel. But as you can see, this thing is pretty clean now. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but it's never going to be perfect. I mean, these pit barrels accumulate a lot of charcoal over a period of time, and I'm not going to sit there and finely brush these things to get every little nook and cranny. basically this is perfect to go, ready to cook again. Took everything off of there and it looks great. So definitely looking forward to seeing how this is going to go once I get this started again. But as you can see, we're clean, and basically that cleaner did the job. Really took off the dirt and the grime and the grit real easily. Like I said, I just let it rest you know, for about 8 to 10 minutes. All it really took. And then I just started to try to wipe it down with that little scouring brush, and voila, we're good to go. So I got the pit barrel done. I'm gonna try see what it looks like on this gas grill. This has been soaking for about 9 minutes. So basically gonna scrub, see how it goes. As you can see, it is definitely wiping away all the dirt and grime. Look at this, it's literally coming off of here. The hardest part for me is going to be getting this chunks of stuff out of here. But I can tell you, this thing works. I mean, look, it's literally taking off the dirt and grime that has built up in just short order on this gas grill. And I'm just going to be honest with you, I don't clean this very frequently. Just, you know, every so often once it gets a little bit of a build-up. So I've not really done any deep cleaning like this. And as you can see, look at this even. You can see it's just literally taking away all the dirt and all the grime. And basically when I will go to wipe that off, it's going to look clean and new again. Same for these burners. And this is really important with the burners. Again, if you get grease built up on these burners, it's real easy to start a grease fire, especially on a gas grill. So that's why it's important that you do clean your grills every so often, because if you don't, like I said, you'll get some buildup. But as you can see, this stuff's working great. I'm definitely impressed with how easy it works and essentially the type of job that it's doing. I knew it was going to clean well. I've used it a few times, but I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to look when it was all said and done. As you can see, this thing is really taking away the dirt and the grime from this grill, and it's going to look basically like new again. Well, as new as it can be. So let's get a little bit more of this cleaned off, and I'm going to actually spray it down with some water and see how it goes. Look, just so far I'm not nowhere near being done. You can see how that chrome is already starting to come through. Just short order. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and spray this down some more. But as you can see right now, it's already starting to look 100% better in just a short time that we've been cleaning this. Well, as you can see, it's safe to say that Super Clean Cleaner works. It's definitely helped degrease this grill and helped me get it clean in very short order. Wasn't a whole lot of work into this, to be quite frank. Unlike some of the other cleaners I've used, this didn't take nearly as long. And I'm getting ready to get the grills and set right back on here again. But you can just see, I mean, it's not 100%, but I'm not going to stand out here and just scrape and scrape and scrape and when you don't need to. Basically, you know, I've gotten what needs to be cleaned up. The burners are ready to go, and I'm going to be putting these back on top here soon. And like I said, the stuff works. So definitely ask you to check it out. Super Clean Degreaser definitely works, especially for these tough, heavy jobs like on a grill. And like I said, it cuts probably your clean time at least by a third, if not more. So I get it, cleaning grills is not exciting times, but at the same time, now you realize there's a product out there, Super Clean, that will help you get your grills clean. As you've seen, both the pit barrel and the gas grill was just full of gunk and needed to be clean. And this really helped me cut my time in about a third without any extra requirements of other things. I did use a little bit of a scouring pad. I did use water from a water hose and a glove. But other than that, that was pretty much it. And it really helped me get my grills clean in very short order. And I won't have to worry about them being built up. And when I go to cook on them again, they'll be ready to go. So until next time, good cooking. And I appreciate you watching this episode. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And obviously hit that like button. And more importantly, that subscribe button if you want to see more good content coming your way.